on the program. Now, we'll understand most times the more things change, the more they remain the same. Now, the BSC HND dichotomy in Nigeria has refused to go despite efforts to abolish it. In the midst of a mounting campaign against the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics, that's ASUP, has pleaded with the President Muhammadu Buhari to sign into law the bill to abolish BSC HND dichotomy before he hands over power on May the 29th. Now, the national president of ASUP, Anderson Ezibe, said the dichotomy has made young Nigerians to lose interest in polytechnic education in the country. Babajide, first let's quickly get your assessment on this. First of all, why do you think this bill for the abolishment of BSc and HND is important? Let's have your thoughts on that first.
Yes, because there's no need for the dichotomy in the first place. There's no need to make the HND holder inferior to the degree holder. I've interacted with people, as a manager of men and resources. I've interacted with BSc holders, HND holders. I've seen some guys with HND that were far, far superior
qualified
in intellect, knowledge, and application of knowledge than those who had BSc or BA honors or whatever. It's an unnecessary dichotomy. And to create a situation in our country whereby, because somebody has a BSc, he cannot rise up to level 17 in the civil service, is something unnecessary. It's something unnecessary. I can tell you that even if an open test is conducted, you will find a good number of HND holders trumping the degree holders. Even where we work, I've worked here in this place. I've worked with producers who had HNDs who are far better than those who had BScs. It's unfortunate that we can't mention names. Honestly, yes, this is the truth. We must commit to saying the truth. Some of them, you will not even believe that they had HNDs. But from my experience as a tabloid editor, I had worked with so many like that. There's a particular girl that I worked with who ended up working in a cement company. She was the star. She was so good that our company even gave her scholarship. They sponsored her HND. She came for internship, and we saw the talent. And my bosses took over her education. They sponsored her. And then when she graduated, she did her youth service with us. She began to work with us. She was just damn so brilliant. People listening to me will know the girl, especially those that we work together. She's now working with a big cement company in our country. And there are many like that. There was a reporter that I lost. That guy too was the star of the newsroom. He had an HND. There are some good schools in our country. And you're talking about mass communication, for example. You talk about the Polytechnic Ibadan. You talk about Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. If you know some of the quality of their products, some of the people went to university can't match them. This is a fact. We've seen them here, we've seen them where I used to work. So, talking about our own profession, I can tell you that I've seen maybe, I don't even know how to explain it. It has to do, for some people, that was the opportunity that they had to get into a polytechnic.
Yeah, I understand.
You know?
So, but what will it take?
Well.
Apologies there, but what will it take, to ensure that these two sets of degree holders, if I were to say, can be unified into one? Because, you know, you just mentioned...
That is the dichotomy that they are taking away. If you are an HND holder, you are a graduate. No employer or labor should see the person, the HND should be treated as a degree.
Right.
You understand? So you are a degree holder. The person who has a BSc or a BA should not be seen as superior to you or holding some certificate that is superior to yours. No. It's just like some people making us feel that Abuja is more important than every state.
The rest of us.
I mean, extremely ridiculous argument. 25% of what's in 25% in Abuja? Absolute rubbish. Who are the people living in Abuja? Are they superior to those living? Do they have two heads or two genitals? I mean, these are the things that we should be talking about. No discrimination. Mr. President needs to go ahead and give his assent. This is one of the oldest
dichotomies.
Yes, that in our country. They've been talking about it for years.
1977.
Take this dichotomy away. Let all of them be
unified.
Yes, let them test. You can assess people. Somebody wants a job. Put the person to test. Let them write a test. You will see that some of those HND holders will trump the people who came with degrees. I didn't go to a polytechnic, but I do not see the people who went to Polytechnic as inferior to those who went to the university, and it should stay like that. It should stay like that.
Now, GKB,
why are people discouraged from going to Polytechnic? It's because they think that, oh, when I come out now, they will treat me as an inferior being. No, we have to put an end to that.
Indeed. So, but GKB, we're just about a few days before the inauguration. How likely do you think the president would assent to this request?
He will. And if he doesn't, the next president will. This is an idea whose time has come. Because if you look at the history of the dichotomy, it's so funny. When people say that hell is paved with good intentions, this is one of those examples. Because the original purpose for diplomas was to produce people who use their hands, basically. They're supposed not to go to the office. But when the thing now came to implementation, those who are implementing it were graduates. So they now use the opportunity to put down HND. Of course, I went to a Polytechnic before I went to university. Yinka Agbola is my roommate. The immediate past deputy governor of Osun State, Wey Galabi, was also my roommate in Ibadan Poly. And you know what they've become. And of course, I went to university. They are some of the best brains in journalism right now. But what I'm trying to make is that when the intention was made, it was basically that these are people that will go and use their hands. In fact, when Jakonde became governor, there was a law that says that you must do something tech. And they bought everything. So it's when you do well in night tech, I don't know what they call it, that you now move on to the Polytechnic. Then you can now learn things with your hand. But you know the Nigerian system. The 1 year between the OND and HND was wasted. Basically for people to walk around. I don't know much about other countries, but I do know in some countries, for example, in Indiana, to call a mechanic, just to call him, is $200. I know in London, in some areas, for a mechanic or for a plumber to come to your house is £50.
So are you referring to technical colleges in this
I'm talking about those who went to technical colleges, which were Polytechnic was supposed to be the bastion of. They're supposed to come from technical colleges and move to the Polytechnic and become technicians. Like I said, a plumber will come to your house in London, you must pay I don't know about now. Then, for £50. To call a mechanic to your house in Indiana is $200. He will not leave his workshop without that money being paid. And that's because he wanted to create a generation of people who can work with their hands. But that has been diluted. Now everybody wants to carry the biro, everybody wants to write. Nobody wants to do the stuff anymore. So it's time to simply throw it away and let everybody behave the same way. Because all we are training basically are people who delve in theories anyway. The practical aspect has been jettisoned a long time ago. That's why some of our best brains will go outside and they will perform wonderfully well on things that we will throw away.
Look at Segun Odegbami.
Yeah.
Segun Odegbami went to a Polytechnic.
I know.
I've seen writers in this country. Segun Odewami is one of the greatest writers of the English language that I've seen in our country. You need to read what he writes. Editors of many years standing cannot write like Segun Odewami. And I'm saying this as somebody who was editor cumulatively for more than 15 years. I know what I'm talking about. You read Segun Odewami's copy, and it's a product of a Polytechnic and a footballer for that matter.
So in essence, the Polytechnic and university degree holders, they should be seen as one.
Yeah, they should, in terms of status,
Right.
Remunerations.
They should not discriminate against them at all. It makes no sense.
Indeed.